Aloha. This is Momi with Rise and Thrive Publishing and Grow with Grit and Grace. And we are working today on habit 8, and that is to eat healthy. And so, again, we are working from the Project 28 book, 28 Habits, right, to hopefully help you live a very positive lifestyle, to help you get on track of living your best life. Okay, now if you don't have the workbook, you can find it on Amazon. I started, as you can see, to fill in section B. But that's because I was trying to think of the three foods from the categories before I started recording. Anyway, pretend this isn't here. Okay. So eat healthy. First of all, I want to tell you that when I say eat healthy, I do not mean to, you know, that I believe in order for you to be good, right? Quote unquote good, you have to eat healthy 100% of the time, absolute, just perfect. That's not what I mean. What we mean here by this habit is to just improve. Everyone can improve, and so that's what we mean here. And the reason why I really point that out is because sometimes I make, of course, I make mistakes, and then I start ridiculing myself. I start getting down on myself. Instead of looking at all the positive things that I do, I sometimes focus on the one mess up. And that's just not healthy. And so in case you're like me, I want to caution you against that. Just be aware of it, because that's my tendency. So I know, because I know that's my tendency, because I'm aware, because I've done this book like so many times already. I will stop myself in my tracks. So I don't sabotage to the degree that I have before. I just don't. I think, well, a lot of it is because I'm wise with age, but it's because I really practice these things. I feel that I have to be my best because my family needs me. And so I'm obligated to be my best. Okay, now let's start with section A. We're going to read section A, okay? Then we're going to fill in section B, which I already started, and then we're going to complete section C. All right, let's get to it. All right. Red light stop foods. Okay, what are those red light stop foods? Okay, well, those are foods that are high in saturated fats and sugars. Okay, and you're going to eat these foods as little as possible. Now, these foods are like butter and cheese and whole milk and bacon and eggs, right? Like, you can enjoy these foods. That's not a problem. You just have to eat them as little as you can. Now, this habit right here, number 8, eat healthy, is very basic, because once you start eating healthy, there's just so much to learn, and it can be very overwhelming. So this is very, very basic, and it's a way to get you started. Now, if you're advanced, great. Tell us, if you have tips, can you please write it in the description, because we all need to learn from each other. That's, part of what I'm trying to do here is create a community where people can come and know that, hey, you know what, all we're trying to do here is just be our best. And whether it's, learning how to eat healthy, or learning how to be positive, or learning to be aware of what's going on in the world, and learning a little history together, right? We're trying to create community. Now, and I'm just going to take a little bit of a bird walk, but if you watch my other videos, you'll know that I believe there's so much evil and corruption in this world, and that if we're not aware of it, and we're not the best emotionally strong people that we can be, then the world's going to eat us alive. Okay? Because there are forces on this earth that doesn't want us to be well. And I believe that's a fact. And so, again, what we're trying to do is build community, and we're trying to help each other be positive. So if you got stuff to say that's going to help us be positive, please do so. All right. So again, we went over red light stop foods. These are high saturated fats. Now, if you need more information, of course, you can just Google, right? High in saturated fats and sugars, types of foods, right? Okay. Yellow foods. Yellow foods are slow down foods. Now, the yellow foods are foods like lean protein, such as salmon and ground turkey. Now, these foods can be enjoyed a little bit more than the red light stop foods, but less than the go-go foods, the green foods. Now, you have to still keep in mind, right, the caloric value of the foods, and especially depending upon your weight, your height, your age, your activity level, the type of job you got. But basically, if you keep in mind a little of the high saturated foods, foods with fats and sugars, a little more of the slow down foods, and you can have a lot of the go-go foods. Okay, so you just remember these three things. Doesn't need to be that complicated. All right, green. Green is the go-go foods. Now, those are the fruits, vegetables, and whole grain foods. Now, again, you still have to watch the calories according to your age, your height, your weight, your activity level per day. But these foods are great to consume because they are, high in fiber, they're high in antioxidants, they help, build your immune system. There's just a lot of positives to eating more of the go-go green foods. Okay, let's move to section B. You're going to choose 3 foods from each category, right? 1, 2, and 3 that you enjoy eating, and then you're going to write the foods in the circles below. Now, I started with the go-go green foods, and which I love go-go green foods like blueberries and broccoli and bananas, and so I am going to enjoy eating these foods. But I also love mahi-mahi. I like salmon. I'm not going to use this tool because it's going to take up too much space. But I love salmon. Okay. I love mahi-mahi. I love... I like chicken breast, like lean chicken breast, but it depends on how it's prepared. But I'm going to write CB for chicken breast. I love that. What else? Turkey too. Yeah, I love that. Soybeans, love that. Eggs, I love eggs, and they are lean in protein. But I could eat eggs. I wish eggs belong to the go-go green foods, but no. Okay, and then the red foods. Okay, why is it that the red foods are the best? I don't know. I absolutely love bacon. Don't murder me, vegetarians, but I love bacon, like way too much. I gotta just spell out bacon because I'll just give you a B for bacon. Love bacon. Now I can enjoy those foods still, but I have to be mindful, okay, of eating too much bacon. Okay, so you'll notice I had an issue with my computer screen, but I think you get the gist, right? You can see the screen. Okay, now let's move to section C. Now, you're going to make a commitment to choose 1 new go-go green food per day for a week. And then you're going to write your choices here. Okay, so the idea is, or the purpose of this is to get you to try new go-go green foods. And then you're going to write them here and you're going to commit. On Monday, let's just say you're going to try, I don't know, choy, because you don't eat that a lot, okay? And then Tuesday, you're going to try watercress because you don't eat that. Or tomatoes because you really don't eat tomatoes. Or grapefruit. Anyway, you're going to write that in each line, okay? And then you're going to make that commitment, and for 1 week, you're going to do what you said you were going to do and write and eat those foods. Okay, so I'm going to leave you so that you can write those foods in those, according to the days. And then, I just have a small tip. Let's just say you get to the end of get to the end of the week. You went Monday through Sunday and you did a good job or not so good job. Then, write notes. Oh, first try. This is what you did. This is where you did really, really good. This is where maybe you need some improvement. Okay, so take notes, right? It's very important as we're learning and new things and we're trying to develop new habits that we always apply we always reflect on what we did well and what we need to improve on. So you're always asking yourselves, okay, what did I do great? Why am I so awesome? Okay, but why or what should I work on? How should I improve? Okay. Alrighty, well, thank you for joining me for habit 8 of the Project 28 workbook. Please, again, if you've learned anything or if you have anything for us to share, please write it in the comments. And then hopefully we can kind of talk back to each other. Alrighty. Aloha.